but you know what? Should be a good matchup. We have BDE and GSG both sitting at the top of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are already into this pick ban coming through. Bans are flying as Corky and Vigar are taken off the table by GSG, and Trundle and Twitch taken off the table by BDE.
See, GSG banning away what I consider more typical meta mid laners. Then we're seeing some T bans coming up from BDE. Maybe we're going with a theme or something. And then we also see the Jinx banned away. So a lot of meta bans. And then the Diana ends up being banned away by BDE, which makes a lot of sense. Very strong and annoying champion.
Yeah, for sure. You know, these last two bans very, very prevalent right now in a lot of team compositions. And with that, Goon Squad is going to take the Seraphine.
Huh. I think Seraphine's a pretty good champion. Still quite flexible. I think many people don't bring her into the conversation for just being full AP and in the mid enough, but I think it's definitely doable and can survive well. Maybe not so much into the Akali, so might force that pick into the support position, but still is the flex for now, and we actually are seeing the Caitlyn locked in.
Yeah, with Jinx banned, you know, Caitlyn is one of the next options on the table, and you want to pair it up with the Morgana to have this super strong lane where you can, you know, just combine the Dark Bindings with the traps, getting out a lot of damage very quickly. And a lot of the times, you know, Caitlyn has a hard time connecting with the traps, and Morgana makes it easy.
That's very true, Blitzcrank. And we, looking at what GSG might pick, probably going to be an ADC. I'd expect a jungler here as well. So we see that Ezreal locked in. Good, safe ADC, can farm from range, try to stay away from the Caitlyn Morgana, stay safe, stay without getting 75% HP'd by a single trap bind combo. And then a jungler should be coming in.
Yeah, likely to see junglers coming through for the 3 picks on both sides. I mean, yeah, and we kind of talked about, you talked about it a little bit, but Seraphine, technically still a flex pick, could be played in the support role or the mid. And with that being said, it's going to kind of lock in that this Seraphine is going to be put mid with this Nami pickup.
They're leaving little chance. Little to the imagination, GSG.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, actually. I would have expected them to pick something else here just to keep that, you know, pick under wraps. Cassidy being hovered on the other side with that, you know, new fit looking pretty clean, and it's going to be locked in now for BDE.
I saw a very funny thing on Twitter where it's like, it's all this really cool champion, Cassidy. He looks really cool in a splash art, and then you get into the game and the champion just does not look like that.
Did they change him in game?
No, that's the funny part.
It's the same?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really, really strange.
But, yeah, it's very, very weird that they opt to pick the Nami there because it's left up the chance, because it is that flex pick. You give BDE the chance to respond to the Seraphine without having the chance to put any bans towards it, which doesn't feel optimal, and definitely isn't. But now we're seeing just top lane bans, 2 for each side.
Yeah, and I mean, just to add on to the point, right? This Cassidy pick could have gone way later in the draft if, you know, GSG just picked a, you know, support. I mean, picked a jungler in their 3rd pick, right? So, and it could have gotten banned out. I mean, there's just a lot of other ways that this draft could have gone if that was left to mystery. And somehow Hecarim is falling to the 4th pick on the red side.
Why? Because I think this champion sucks now.
Really?
I think this champion got nerfed and is not very good. At least that's what I have been reading. Yeah, because Q and E base damage are decreased late, so the tank builds become worse because of that, and I guess his full damage builds would still be okay, but those damages being decreased late definitely hurts the tank build, which is what the BDE needs for right now. But now we see that Dr. Mundo locked in for GSG.
Yeah, Mundo is going to be a strong pick in that top lane. It's kind of scary to blind it, though. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I think there's some pretty counterable matchups that you can pick if you're BDE. What do you think about that?
I do not really know. Honestly, I've not seen a Mundo in a good bit. I think the champion still is pretty strong, and it's hard to bully him out of lane because of cleavers and all of that. But seeing the Nocturne locked in, it gives you easy backline access onto the Caitlyn.
Yeah, and a lot of easy, of course, a lot of gank potential as well once you hit level 6. Just a lot of action, just flying all the way around everywhere. Is definitely something to look forward to, and we'll have to see, what GSG can do, and if they're able to kind of get this Nocturne to level 6 in order to make that play happen. Obviously, Hecarim is known for clearing extraordinarily fast, so it's going to kind of depend on the tempos of the junglers, and we'll see if let me see, hold on. We'll see if Rocky is able to actually out tempo.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry. We'll see if Rocky's able to out tempo Timic in this early game and try to make his life pretty hard.
Yeah, we're not in lobby today, so we do have to go externally for our rosters, and we see that Camille locked in as the last pick. Some good backline pressure. I mean, a lot of these champions, the Hecarim, Cassinan, and Camille will all dive in. But I think just in the isolated matchup, this Mundo will still have an okay time early game. And so Camille will have to be safe, play a little bit reserved to try to not get completely dumpstered by the Mundo.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I think especially if, especially if you can get up to the top side if you're Rocky and just kind of help this Camille out a little bit in the early game. Like I said already, Rocky's going to have more tempo on the Hecarim, so that's definitely something that I want to look forward and see.
Mm-hmm.
And then additionally, just even as we're going, later on into the team fights, having the Black Shield to put on Camille is going to be really nice, I feel like, because, there's a lot of CC from the side of GSG that can be blocked by that, like the Seraphine Charm, the Nami abilities, and, so on and so forth.
Yeah, but if with the Seraphine going mid, you have to be careful that it just doesn't get popped immediately by all the magic damage that's being pumped out.
Yeah, that's also true. And I mean, you have a lot of damage with this Big Duck Entourage squad, right? You have the Camille, Hecarim being able to dive into the back lines, and then Caitlyn is just going to be dishing out damage over the top. So if Seraphine is caught forward at all, I mean, she's just going to get one-shotted, and then Cassidy later on into the game is going to have that gap close, the ability to dive with the rest of the top half of the team. And it could be pretty dangerous, for Nerf Snugglebutt if they're caught out of position even once.
Definitely will be pretty dangerous, but something I'd also like to bring attention to is, again, we touched on it earlier in the draft, but with the Caitlyn Morgana locked in for the side of BDE, and the early clear pressure of the Hecarim, I want to see some early dragons coming out from them. They have the zone control to set it up, and they should have the tempo to get to it. They do lose a bit from having the Caston in the mid lane compared to the Seraphine, so obviously lacking the push and just team fight power pre-6, but still I'd want to see it from them, especially with the Caston. They're going to be scaling, and with the Camille, so getting those early will definitely help them out.
Yeah, and then, just something that we have to look at in every game is just the mid-jungle 2v2. You got Nocturne and Seraphine versus Hecarim and Cassidy. Which side are you liking more?
I think BDE probably scales harder with the Cassidy and Camille, but I think GSG is easier to navigate with the potential double enchanter.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense here, and Timic is gonna be a beast if that first ultimate is successful. You know what I mean? Maybe early game the Seraph. Obviously, early game Cassidy is like pretty much useless, so definitely not gonna be pumping out too much damage and too much usefulness for Big Duck Entourage. But it can get pretty scary as that Cassidy scales up into the later game once level 6 comes through. A lot of damage that can come unexpectedly. So we'll have to see what happens here. Team compositions are locked in for both sides, and we're seeing summoner spells. I'm seeing double exhaust coming through for GSG, which makes sense in my opinion.
Makes a lot of sense. The Seraphine will have the push, so it doesn't as much need the TP. It'll be a little harder for the Caston to get the push out on those waves, force a TP from Seraphine. And with the backline threat of that Seraphine cast, or with the Caston, Hecarim, and Camille, definitely much needed.
Yeah, and I mean, we are now into the spectator delay. Before we throw to a break, I just want to get your opinion. Which composition you liking better?
I'm liking GSG just for the ease of, I mean, it's easier to make work, really. That's what it boils down to.
All right. Well, Michael's got GSG. I'll take BDE just to make it interesting in the booth here. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in a few minutes for Game 1 between GSG, Iota, and Big Duck Entourage, so don't go anywhere.
Fellow armsmen, I ask you, will you follow me tonight to break their spine and reclaim what once was mine? Those cravens backstabbed me, deceived me. Never shall I tolerate their crimes again. Now let the hunt begin. Oh, 7,000 souls scared and daunted, such a tale of woe. Not too long ago, this village was a golden scene of hope. Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal power. Lead us to order. I am the light bringer. Fellow warriors, I ask you, should my campaign come to an end, there's way more to avenge. Oh, 15 million souls living in this realm without much hope. Not too long ago, this kingdom was a golden state of hope. Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal power. Lead us to order. I am the light bringer.
And we are back onto the Rift for game number 1 between Big Duck Entourage and Goon Squad Gaming. Iota on the red side for Big Duck Entourage. Downfall on Camille in the top lane. Rocky in the jungle with the Hecarim. Chung Myung on the Cassidon in the mid lane. And Jen Jabin and the Yes Parade rounding out the bottom lane with the Caitlyn and the Morgana.
And for GSG, we have Leopard Koopa on the top lane with the Mundo. Timic on Nocturne in the jungle. Nerf Snuggle in mid on the Seraphine. And one hand and Chubby Chernobyl rounding out the bot with Ezreal and Nami.
Standard 5 points coming out for both of these squads here as they try to gain some information, see what's happening, if they can figure out where the enemy jungle is starting. But
And they gain no
none of
information because
yeah,
both mid laners or both junglers want mid. He wants to get to see the beautiful Kassadin, which
Yeah, look at that
definitely
Kassadin
matches
rework.
last chart.
Caster and rework looking real nice in game. So definitely shout out to the design team on that one. But either way, both of these junglers gonna be starting out on this bottom side.
Yep. I don't think we'll be seeing any action for a good bit, at least until Hecarim is. I mean, both junglers really want to full clear, so I don't think we should be seeing any. Hecarim might do a quick 3 camp into gank potentially, but I think both junglers should just full clear.
Yeah, probably. And you know, Hecarim, we talked about it in the champion select, is one of those champions who has a very, very quick early clear. You know, you can get that 6 camp done in 3 minutes if you know your way around the champion in a very advanced way. So definitely can make their presence known in that top lane here. Trades going back and forth, and the Dark Binding lands onto Chubby Chernobyl, taking pretty low as the exhaust and the heal has to come out to save the GSG support.
+2 summoner for BDE, and that's huge. I mean, this lane we know is meant to bully, but sorry, I just got my train of thought got thrown off because I see that another attempt forcing out the arcane shift, but I just my eye caught that Hecarim was still on Gromp at 230, so there definitely was some reset in there. But one hand stepping up quite far.
One hand just walking into melee range of the Caitlyn. Not really the best option if you are, you know, the Ezreal here in the situation. And yeah, Rocky just now finishing the 3 camp, getting significantly out-tempoed by Timic. I mean, Timic is an entire camp ahead.
There was definitely some sort of reset on the Gromp, but now
Yes,
we're going to be seeing the Seraphine being ganked.
Rocky into this mid lane as Nerf Snugglebud is under threat. Will use the flash to get away through that devastating charge, and now we're fighting back in the bottom lane as the exhaust comes down onto one hand. I'm not really sure what that was for.
I think the flash was needed, even though Chung Young couldn't do much there with so much space. I think it's definitely worthwhile. Maybe the exhaust would have sufficed, but
No, that's what I mean. He did. Oh, one hand. Taking the full combo to the face, but Judge, I've been flashing under the tower. And it's gonna find the first blood.
Okay, nice first blood. Making use of this Caitlyn.
Absolutely, aggression was there, and one hand, you know, just kind of getting caught unexpected there, just getting flashed onto the tower and taken down.
Flashed on and taken down, and now Leopard could be able to shove that top lane and taking a quick reset for himself. And while our bot lane Caitlyn is back, we shouldn't be seeing all too much action as Rocky's still chugging along through the first clear.
Yeah, and this makes me look very strange because I said that Hecarim can finish full clear in
You said,
3
hey,
minutes.
operative word can.
Yeah, but I mean it's 4:30 and Rocky still has the Krugs to go, so doesn't look the best on my part, but either way, BDE striking first in that bottom lane, and with the summoner spell advantage, you know, it proved to be crucial.
Did prove to be crucial. And now, and also, this is making me look a fool because I was saying with the fast clear, Hecarim should be able to play towards this bottom lane and get an early dragon, but Hecarim's finding himself up in the top lane as dragon spawning.
Yeah, and I mean, it's you can't really do anything right now here as the wave's pushing into this bottom lane, so
True.
I don't really blame, you know, Rocky for being up there, but either way, I mean, Timic just continues to out-tempo Rocky completely in this early game.
Yeah, I am looking it up now, but I'm assuming that Timic is going the Stride Breaker on Nocturne. I think that's still meta, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's the Kindle Gem first.
Oh, downfall though. Could be taken pretty low as Leper. Aggressing forward, hitting cleavers. Downfall has to use the hookshot to get away, and now Nerf Snugglebutt is under threat. No flash available here for the Seraphine. Is going to get knocked back, and this should just be a kill. Root is going to buy some time, but the flash forward connection from Chung will secure the kill and the level 6 for the Kassadin.
Do you think that flash is worth it? Because Rocky was still standing on the Seraphine, do you think it is worth it to accelerate the Kassadin? Lose your flash. You are about to hit 6 as the Kassadin for that kill.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, you have a 3-second flash coming, so I think it's okay.
I do think it ends up being okay, but that was just like an interesting play to me. I mean, it's completely fine. It works out at the end of the day. And now, but with that play, Timic taking the time looking around this top lane. Not sure if those camps actually had the chance to respawn yet, but
yeah, I mean, I think with a normal jungle timing, like those camps are probably back up. But just with the way that Rocky's early game happened to go, I don't think they're up. They won't be up yet. So
maybe it was
actually big brain. Yeah, maybe it was actually crazy from Rocky there, to delay the jungle camp, or the jungle tempo. Could have been.
Could have been.
We'll see as the continuation of this BDE bot lane, just pressuring and shoving super hard. But one hand flashing forward. And now Chubby Chernobyl is going to flash with the exhaust of their own.
Seraphine's here.
I don't know what's here. When this should just be a dead Caitlyn here, as there's no flash available. And one hand is going to find the kill.
Not how I expected that play to go. But, I mean, good response from GSG. Seraphine did end up getting the assist down there. Ezreal getting the kill. So, I mean, that's all around good for them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
just
weird how it played out.
I mean, that's definitely going to feel good on the Ezreal here. And now Leopard aggressing forward again, but Rocky's in the area this time. Chung going to get exhausted in this mid lane. As Nerf Snugglebutt has to run for the hills with the Hexag ultimatum under the tower. Here we go. Onto Leopard Cooper. They're trying for the 1v2 as Rocky's taking tower shots. Just get the heal. 1 HP. Will survive from the Hecarim W. But definitely over-aggressed a little far on that play.
Over-aggressed a little far for sure. Downfall got the ult really late, which allowed Leopard Cooper to run so far under the turret.
Yeah, I think that Hextech ultimatum comes out a little earlier. They might have a better chance, but Chung going back in this mid lane. Just trying to find some damage onto Nerf Snugglebutt, but Chubby Chernobyl's there for the defense. And this dragon still spawned. It's about 8 minutes and 20 seconds into this game. You have to imagine that both of these junglers are going to be heading down here.
Well, these junglers heading down here for sure, as they should be picking up that level 6 mark very soon.
Oh my gosh. Leper, a menace with these cleavers. And now Jen has to be careful. Running for the hills. We'll dodge out of the bubble, and for the time being, everything's okay. But
Timic level 6.
Timic, yes, paranoia on to Jen as we go. Flash out to safety, but will it be enough? Is the exhaust going to be taken down on to Timic? The time being, the bot lane of BD.
Rocky's here.
Pressing forward. Rocky's in the area trying to find Timic on the backside. The onslaught shot is not going to find the mark, but Jen is going to find the kill onto one hand. Ace in the hole, not enough damage. As that kill should be given over to the Caitlyn. And yes, a double kill comes through for the Caitlyn. And Chubby has to just execute. We'll go die under the tower. Kill a credit going over to the Yes Parade.
Yeah, and now this opens up Hecarim to take the dragon.
Yeah, and this is exactly what BDE wanted to do, right? They wanted to play around this bottom side. They picked a strong bot lane in the Caitlyn Morgana, and they're ahead. I mean, 30 CS up, 3-1 Caitlyn. This is feeling really, really good right now if you're BDE.
And just like I was... Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this. I definitely thought it, but this Kassadin...
Chung going back in with the Rift Walk under the tower. 1 HP. The minion is enough, and the trade kill will come back. But nonetheless, flash burned by Nerf Snugglebutt.
As I was saying, this Kassadin got very accelerated very quickly, and so is able to contest the Seraphine at this point in the game, and it's only going to get scarier for the Seraphine. Luckily, able to pick up a return kill there, but already looking like clouds overhead for GSG.
Second dragon of the game is going to be the Hextech, and that's going to be coming in a little over 4 minutes. So for the time being, no action there, but the Herald has spawned, and the Yes Parade has rotated up to this top side of the map. So we'll see if they opt to go for it. You can see Rocky's clearing up, so there is potential there, but Jen is not coming down, or not going up, rather, to that play. Just going to be sticking in the bot lane, farming up. The Gale Force is now completed, so very, very dangerous on this Caitlyn.
Do you think the Chemtech Dragon went extinct?
I think so. I think there was such a high kill percentage that, you know, they didn't have enough time to reproduce, and I think that was it. Meanwhile, Leper Koopa is getting aggressed on here. Hookshot's going to find the mark as it is a 3v1, but the resources are coming in. Hextech Ultimatum and the Onslaught of Shadows is enough, and Downfall going to find the kill credit there. Onto the Rift Herald. BDE goes, and they're feeling good right now with a 3,000 Big B gold advantage.
And just like that, every member on GSG has a death, and you have no stable part of the map. Each part of the map, uh-oh.
One hand could be in trouble. Here's the bind's gonna land. The traps are coming. The headshots are flying. Ace in the hole. Is it enough damage? Yes, it is.
It was.
As Jen goes on a killing spree now. As you can see, Harold going into the bottom lane. Jen forcing forward, trying to find some more action here, but Timic is in the area now. Nice usage of the Black Shield as the heal's coming through. Chubby has to flash away to safety. The Paranoia is gonna come down and limit some vision. Timic, dashes into the trap and will fall as Chubby Chernobyl caught on the wrong side of the rift. Has to try to run for the hills, but there is no hills to run to. They went with the Chemtech Dragon. Bubble's going to land, but it's just only going to delay the inevitable here as Chubby Chernobyl will die, right? Yes, There we go. Both the Peacemaker finds the mark, and now Nerf Snugglebut's in the area. Encore is going to land onto one, as Yes Parade will go golden for the time being. Jen trying to buy some time with the traps in space, but Yes Parade stays alive for the time being.
Space that's made is enough. I'm very surprised the Nerf Snugglebot wasn't able to pick up the kill there, but Flash forced out from the Yes Parade and saves their life.
Yeah, definitely good there. And I just want to mention here how, you know, Leper is up a decent chunk of CS in this top lane. But Downfall does have the kill, so gold is about even, I believe. We can check that here shortly, hopefully. But yeah, there we go. And you can see on the side of your screen here, Downfall forcing the flash out of Leper Koopa. And yeah, I mean, gold is pretty much even, you know, less than a 1k. I mean, less than a 100 differential. Sorry,
less than 100 differential. 5k Big B gold advantage though for BDE, and it's only going to get bigger, especially with Rocky looking mid onto Nerf Snugglebutt.
Nerf Snugglebutt, no flash, just going to get Onslaught of Shadows in. Who we're going to give the kill to, and it's going to be Chung, as he's going to find a third kill of the game on this Kassadin.
Yeah, now with the Rift Herald Rocky, they can look to break this mid turret. Both Timic and Chubby Chernobyl are around, but they definitely want to get this Herald down before plates expire.
Yeah, absolutely. Still half the time on the Herald. 20 seconds until plates fall, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it down. 50 seconds on the Hextech Dragon. We'll see if they opt to play for that. As Jen is 6 in
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. One hand cannot even stand in the lane. Paranoia coming in from Timic, flashing away, but the fear will connect through. And this looks like a dead Caitlyn here as 850 going to go over to Timic.
It's a lot of gold onto your Kassadin, and that's the person that's directly going to be contesting you. Even with the flash, it wasn't enough distance to get out of that tether from Nocturne, so Jen ends up falling.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a big shutdown going on to Nocturne. You know, Nocturne is going to be the one that really has to deal with this Caitlyn in general, and getting that influx of gold will feel pretty good just because of, you know, Nocturne needs items.
Nocturne does need items. Oh,
Yes Parade finds the blue buff steal.
Man.
And Timic has to walk away very sad. Dragon, though, gonna be started up. You don't get the blue buff. Let's try the Dragon. We'll see what happens here. As
they spotted Hecarim on on their wolves.
Rocky is on the other side of the map here, and this Dragon should be going over here.
There might be
kills. As it will, but there's definitely going to be some kills coming through as Chung's going to find the first kill. Teleport's coming in now as Nerf Snugglebutt is 1 HP. Encore's going to find 2, but flashing over the wall, Chung is trying to find the damage and will find another one on the backside here. Now Leper Koopa is going in. Will get taken down here, and overall, it is a full team ace for BDE.
Yeah, full team ace, and Chung was even a little bit ambitious there, jumping in with 300 HP onto the Mundo. Ends up falling, and that's 5 kills, 2 turrets just for a dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the gold, the gold lead, the big B gold advantage grows to 8,000, and it's only 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, only 15 minutes of the game. Definitely not what you like to see if you're a GSG fan here today, but as we know, as we've seen in our pro leagues, bigger leads have been overcame.
Yeah, I mean, anything that happens in the pro leagues can happen here. So
Exactly.
anything is possible, and Jen now sitting 9-2 on this Caitlyn is so strong here, but into the top lane we go. What is going on here as the teleport is gonna be canceled by the fear downfall? What?
Downfall had flash, and with where they were in the lane, I'd hope they'd have E. I hope they're not trying to go in. That's very interesting.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get a replay on this dragon fight here.
Just get... I mean, they pick up the dragon, but it doesn't matter. They're able to just clean up all these kills with how fed both Chung Myung and Genjamin are. And then Chung definitely could have just jumped over either wall and not died, not giving away the bounty to the Mundo, but I guess
Fun.
Yeah, I guess it's not very fun at all.
3 minutes until the dragon, and Chung is 5-2-3 on this Cassidy now. Does have the crown of the Shattered Queen completed. Jen finishing...
Also picked up a tier like last back, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, you know, that's good.
And Hecarim just picked up a tier this back.
Oh, all right. Tears are coming through. They're crying. They're sad boys, but we'll see if Leopard Downfall is going to be a sad boy after this play as they're going in. Both ultis popped. And look, here come the squad from BDE. Oh. Leopard is still running for the hills. The hookshot flash is going to connect. Soul Shackles is going to wrap Leopard up, and Downfall is going to hit him with the Q2 and take him out.
2 flashes, 2 ults. I don't think that's the most worthwhile kill, but they are able to get this top turret at the cost of their mid turret, though.
We'll see here as Jen and Rocky are here. Teleport coming in now from Chung. We'll see if they opt to go for this. Onslaught Shadows is available, but the rest of GSG is wise, and they know to back out here.
Wise indeed. Now the S-Parade starting up the Rift Herald solo. Let's see if anybody chooses to come help the poor Morgana.
It looks like no. It looks like they said, nah, bro, that's all you. As the rest of the team goes into this bottom side, gonna push in, escort this bot wave into that tier 2 tower, and I guess try to put their aggression there. Minute 30 on this dragon. Nerf Snuggle, but has to be really careful walking here, though. I mean, they can easily dive the Seraphine with, you know, no problems at all. As they're going in, one hand has to be careful, actually. The hookshot's going to find the Marquez in the hole. Is it enough? Yes, it is. And Jen goes on a killing spree.
That's what happens when you have a super fed Caitlyn. Those ults hurt. 2 items already building towards a third, which I think is going to be the rapid fire.
Oh my goodness, the boys over the wall. Timic is in trouble. No, has the flash, but will not use it as Rocky is just going to take him down easily. And that should be the Herald now. I mean, you have 4 members up here. Might as well take it.
Might as well indeed. And all the while, Chung is splitting on this bottom side. And it's very hard to lock down this Kassadin. I mean, if we're looking at the side of GSG, your hard CC consists of the Charm, Root, Stun from Seraphine, the knockups from Nami. And that's it.
Yeah.
And of those are relatively hard to hit on the Kassadin. So it's very hard to lock down this Kassadin as we get later into the game, as this Kassadin reaches level 16. Level 13 now, so still ways to go. But now, 3rd dragon coming up. It's our Air Drake. It is the 2nd dragon for either of these teams.
Cloud Dragon has spawned. You can already see that Goon Squad has 4 members in this bottom lane jungle. We'll see what's going on there. I'm not really sure, but Chung has to take him back, looking to reset. Oh, never mind. Now looking to reset as Rocky is on the other side of the map again when the dragon has been started up. I guess looking to make a top lane play or something.
No blue wards up for the side of GSG, so no possible Nocturnal in.
Yeah, and no steal from the Arcane Barrage either. So, or is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Yeah, the Ezreal ultimate.
Because the Arcane Shift is the E. I know that one.
Yeah, of course here.
I'm just a colorcaster, that's not my job. But
Oh.
Downfall, fighting Leper. Leper pops the ult and gets them back to a stalemate.
Yeah, I mean, crucially, Downfall hasn't burned ult yet, but just taking cleavers to the dome. Not conducive to winning the 1v1.
Genjabin was looking for the flank right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're this fed on the Caitlyn, you provide the flank opportunities. This is looking like a little bit of my gameplay on this Caitlyn.
You know, we'll see if that remains to be the case in 10 minutes. We see if BDE actually closes out this game or if they're able to win.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you know, like I said, you never know.
Once we see this game continuing at 35 minutes, then we'll really know it's a Ryan Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's true. Actually. Yeah, but then the top half would have to have 30 deaths. And
They'll
it doesn't
get
look
there.
like that's happening. So, BDE in the driver's seat right now, a 10.5k Big B gold advantage. Rocky is gonna walk right by Leper here. Devastating charge, looking for it. Will find Leper now as Downfall's in the area. Where's the hook shot? As the Mundo passive is already gone. No Mundo ultimates available either. Q2 is gonna chunk in Rocky. Is gonna find the kill now. Jen going forward with the Gale Force. Ace in the hole. Not gonna be enough to take down one hand, but now Nurse Snugglebutt and Timic are going in. Paranoia over the top is gonna be... Oh, the Fierce blocked out here, and the Encore will not be, though. As in the backline, we go as Rocky coming in for the peel. Will take down Timic on the front side, and Nerf Snugglebutt will fall second. Herald spawned into this top lane, and BDE are trying to take it all.
And it looks like they might just succeed. I mean, it's so hard for GSG to actually do anything in this game. One hand is so far behind. Has a fully completed 2 items, but compared to the items that Caitlyn has, and is the gold Caitlyn's currently... Okay. The S-Parade. Everyone gets one. Just take the execute. Doesn't count towards the actual death totals. It's fine, but...
Oh my gosh, Jen is so cocky here. The Q lands from Ezreal. Is the red buff burn enough? No.
What the heck?
As the lifesteal is true from Jen, but wow, yeah, you are playing with fire there.
Yeah, that was a little bit cocky. 600 gold shutdown. You definitely don't want to be giving that away. Just when I'm talking about how behind this Ezreal is, don't want to give an inch.
No, absolutely not. Rapid fire completed as the 3rd item for Jen. The BF swords is the next on the table, looking for that IE shortly. And I mean, there's just so many tools to peel this Caitlyn. You know, with the Morgana Black Shield, with the Hecarim, and even with the Camille, if Downfall decides to play like that, it's just so hard to get onto Jen, and Jen should just be able to free hit, I think, in all these fights.
Yeah, definitely very difficult. It had to have a good... Oh my gosh.
One hand.
I didn't even have time to like comprehend that Chung was on the same screen as one hand, and then that one hand was dying before I could like tell my brain, okay, stop talking.
Yeah, and I mean, one hand just getting put even farther behind. Nerf Snugglebutt next on the table. Should just be dead here. I mean, no flashes available. Ace in the hole for good measure. And Rocky's going to go on a rampage on this Hecarim.
Rocky on a rampage. And, I mean, this game should be wrapping up soon. They're not opting for the Baron and Timic. A little bit of desperation. This might be a hard 1v1.
This is going to be pretty hard here as the Hextech Ultimate is dropped down. And yeah, I mean, the Q2 from Camille, you have Sunder and Ravenous. It is so hard to kill the Camille on the side lane now, but Rocky going in onto Leper will pop the passive, and Chubby Chernobyl has to run away for the time being. Nothing is really happening here as Chung flashing in, gonna find one, and Jen goes unstoppable. A double kill for the Caitlyn, and this inhib is under threat. Leper Koopa is the only one alive as Nerf Snugglebutt will spawn. Just spawns about now. Second inhib will fall in this top lane. Still, you know, a lot of time. And I think they could just look for an end here, but instead they're going to back off unless they turn. Leper frontlining as Nerf Snugglebutt looks for damage over the top. Yespray's going to take away that passive, but Nerf Snugglebutt's taking so low. A 3-man on course. Chung has to go roll it for the time being, but the shutdown comes through. Yesparade is down. Timic doing the damage over the top as Leopard Koopa's trying to find one. Will find a shutdown onto Chung, but no, and there's Thunderbird walks into the trap. Ace in the hole will find the kills, and now it's Chubby Chernobyl in one hand versus the world. Does Jen have the damage to take him down? Do they have the damage to take Jen down, rather, as one hand runs right into a trap? Will go down a triple kill for the Kaylin, and the Nexus towers are under siege. The first one will fall. Does Chubby Chernobyl have the heroics? I don't think so. You're a Nami playing into a 16-kill Caitlyn. You can't really do anything here. So just sit in the base and watch the base fall to shambles as BDE will take a commanding Game 1 victory.
When Hecarim was going in around the inhib, I thought he might have had Iron Pot and was laying out the red carpet with how much he was just running around, but did not matter at the end of the day. BDE absolutely demolished GSG in this Game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, huge performance from the bottom lane of BDE, where they wanted to play. Obviously, you got that Caitlyn Morgana, and it looked very, very good for them all around. You know, BDE was the better team in Game 1. We'll see what GSG has to do as we take a short break. But we'll be back in a couple minutes for the pick and ban for Game number 2 between GSG and BDE. Will GSG be able to take it to a Game 3, or will BDE take the 2-0 and stay undefeated? We'll find out shortly, so don't go anywhere. And we are back for the pick and ban for game number 2 between Big Duck Entourage and Goon Squad Gaming Iota. We are flying through these bans here as Twitch, Trundle, and Diana taken off the table by BDE, and Vigar, Corky, and Jinx taken off the table from GSG. Same bans as last game, I imagine, right?
Yeah, if these weren't so memorable, I would have forgotten it, and I do not have the old draft links to reference, so glad they were the same.
Yeah, absolutely here. We'll see what BDE opts to go for first pick in this game. Obviously, we have swapped the sides. So now BDE is going to get this first pick, and it's looking like Samira Hover. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I'm not,
Okay,
I'm not so sure about that
Locked
first pick. But I feel like it is a little hard of a champion to counter pick, no? Because, like, no champion destroys Samira.
I mean, hard CC destroys Samira.
But that's
What
not
happens?
like an ADC.
What happens right now if like GSG goes in and picks like Malphite, Nautilus,
Okay. So outside of lane,
Zaya.
yes.
Zaya.
But Soraka, hard CC, I mean, we do get the silence, which will be pretty strong by the Soraka.
Yes.
It can't be Windwalled.
Silence would be nice for sure. I mean, that's just an insta way to stop the ultimate.
And the resets.
And the resets, yeah, absolutely.
It's as good as a ground.
It is as good as the ground. So, looking pretty good here. And like I mentioned, Nautilus should be getting picked up here by BDE. It's either Nautilus or Leona or some sort of hard engaged CC support. And yeah, Nautilus is going to be the lock in here. So both bot lanes picked up so far from these teams. And obviously, we see varying styles.
Yeah, seeing a bit varying styles should be able to, I think, realistically just roll over this bot lane. Last game was not so great for the for the GSG bot lane. Definitely hoping we can see a bit of an improvement here. With the Hecarim for BDE now, we might see a clear faster than 5 minutes.
I mean, we'll see.
And
Rocky gets a
unlucky.
second chance. Rocky gets a second chance.
Rocky gets a chance to do like a 2-minute 30-second clear with the Shyvana. This champion also clears insanely quickly.
We'ait, no, Rocky.
Wait.
Dude, you're trolling.
You're inting me. I'm being fed information.
You're trolling.
I might be trolling. We'll see a faster clear. There you go. I have the yes. Timic
Rocky is playing Hecarim again.
Oh my gosh, I thought the team swapped. They did. They did. What the heck? I am so confused. My bad.
Are you okay? Are you lost?
I'm not. I'm so tired.
Are you lost and confused?
I'm lost in this sauce. I'll keep it a buck.
All right, good. Thank you. Just let everyone know. That's how it goes. All right. We're back. Ari is gonna be the lock-in for GSG in the mid lane. Nerf Snugglebutt gets something a little more proactive than the Seraphine.
Well, yes, more proactive than the Seraphine. You've played a decent bit of Ari. Does this champion do damage? I feel like whenever I play this champion or whenever I see her in a lot of games, she's just not doing damage.
It kind of feels like whenever you play the champion, it does nothing.
I have never played the champion.
Plays the champion, but then when the enemy has the champion, it does 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
That's what it feels like. Silas, though.
I've seen this has been picked as a counter in Pro that I've seen. So
yeah, this is a rough matchup. Or at least it seems rough. Silas is able to get in on you really easily early, and if you get into melee range of the Silas, as Ari, you're gonna be getting destroyed. So.
And a blind pick Jax. So I mean, with 4 top laners banned away again, not as blind as it could be, and I mean with 6 eyes, can't really be so blind. But
I mean,
Mundo
we'll see.
Again.
We'll see what happens to Downfall. We'll see if Downfall has the map awareness. But nonetheless, Leper is going to be on this Mundo again. And I didn't look too bad in game 1, I don't think.
No, it held its own in lane. He, like you mentioned, he had the CS lead for a good while. But when your team's getting ran over that hard as a Mundo, it's not a carry champion. You can only help as much as your team is not inting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it just kind of, it's out of Leper's hands at that point. But either way, we kind of see where these picks want to go. There's not really too much flex opportunity here. What do you think about the Shyvana pick though for Timic?
fast clear. And I've been seeing the build that's tank with demonic. Still does a decent bit of damage, but is very beefy. So could help out the team. And I mean, with the Xayah Soraka, Ari, you have a decent backline that has the ability to pump out damage and stay alive with the Soraka. But I feel Shyvana giving Sylas, or I feel Shyvana's ult is going to be much better utilized by the Sylas this game.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Chung can do on the Sylas here. We saw Chung playing the Kassadin in game number 1. Very, very strong. Very, very good result for him on that champion. Sylas is a little bit different, you know? You have a lot more early prowess on the Sylas, and, you know, you can use the ults very creatively. So we get to learn a lot about Chung in this game, see what they actually can bring to the table, and, you know, just kind of the creativity as a player.
I'm looking at it now, but I'm very curious as to how the ult cooldown for Sylas's Shyvana ult works. Because she obviously gets the reduced cooldown and ends up being a lot because of her increased Fury generation when hitting things. But I think Sylas doesn't have that, so it would just end up being the default game. Does that sound right?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I don't really know.
Okay. If my production is correct, then it will be a 40-second cooldown. And production's never been wrong before, so
yeah,
should
so
all be
we
good.
Should be okay. We should be okay there. It is a production diff, as you guys can see. You know, you're checking out the replays, checking out the cool graphics. We definitely love to see that.
We do miss the homeboy Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz not available today. But luckily for everyone, we do get Big B, the namesake of the Big B Gold Advantage. So we do love that. We're very happy to have him here and you know, have him dealing with us back just like old times. But yeah, we're getting through everything.
Are getting through everything, and I mean, we're seeing more of what we know. Both mid laners opting for the Ignite this game, given they don't swap off of it, but that makes a lot of sense. They're going to try to kill each other. And then, I mean, I feel this Jax matchup should just be worse into Mundo.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the top lane matchups, but I mean, Jax will probably, I guess if he builds like the Bork and like, you know.
Yeah, later into the game, Jax definitely can fight against the Mundo, but you don't have the same lockdown as Camille does because you have one CC, then that gets brushed off by the Mundo passive, and then you don't have the Hextech protocol to actually lock down the Mundo like they attempted to last game. But
yeah,
and I held it to now because I didn't want to jinx anything, but two teams sitting at the top of the table right here, 5-1, 6-0. You know, they know their way around this champ select. No missed picks. Bad through it.
Yes, that is something that we don't see, you know, that's something we don't see a lot of here, is actually a flawless draft lull. No missed picks, no incorrect picks, and that's what we love to see. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to these two teams. They know what's up. They're confident with their draft lulls, and hopefully they're confident with each of their team compositions here. My question to you, which are you more confident in?
I mean, it's hard to base it off a team comp after, like, team comp alone based off of the performance we saw last game. I think it's hard after last game to bet against BDE.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to say for the record, I was the resident BDE supporter, so you know, yet again, the Riot Chain's prediction comes to fruition. But nonetheless, we are in this competitive integrity spectator delay, so we are going to take a short break. But we'll be back soon to see if BDE can continue their undefeated streak or if GSG will push it to a game 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? We are back onto the Rift for game number 2 between Big Duck Entourage and Goon Squad Gaming. Iota on the blue side for Big Duck Entourage. Downfall on Jax in the top lane. Rocky on Hecarim in the jungle. Chung Myung on Silas in the mid lane. And Genjabin and the Yes Parade rounding out the bottom lane with the Samira and the Nautilus. Look at this 5-man invade here before you get to doing your action. Here's the flash from Yes Parade.
One hand. Yeah.
Can you stop correcting me, dude?
Dude, I thought you're.
I know what I'm doing.
Flash. I know. I thought you were going to say yes or yes. Parade flashed away, but it was one hand that flashed away. But you know what you're doing, and I didn't inherently doubt that. But now we see the reverse invade coming out from Goon Squad, and they got spotted out. Yes, Parade on the flank. Leopard Koopa does have the shield to tank a hook, but Timic does not.
They're on the Lecky here. We'll see if Yes Parade can find it. Yes, does find it. Pops that passive, but yeah, like you said, the shield is there. All right, just read off Goon Squad.
Fine. I mean, Goon Squad has Leopard Koopa on Dr. Mundo in the top lane, Timic on Shyvana in the jungle, Nerf Snugglebot on Ari in the mid, and One Hand and Chubby Chernobyl rounding out the bot lane with Zaya and Soraka.
Very nice, dude. Very nice. Well executed there. Both of these junglers starting out on the top side as Chung going in. Gonna get rocked up by that electrocute. Yeah, this is, you know, pretty dangerous. Whoa! Yes, Parade in the top lane. Will force out the Leopard flash, and it's gonna leave Jen alone in the bottom lane for the time being. Winning the 1v2, though. No problem at all.
I think this is the exact wrong lane to decide to abandon.
Yeah, I mean, you need the Samira.
You can fight this.
You absolutely win this. What is going on in the top lane is my question. Is Yes Parade is still there?
Yes Parade had enough. Genjabin and Yes Parade had a falling out between games. It wants nothing to do with that bottom lane. Canceling the recall.
Cancel the recall, dude. They must have gotten upset or something. I don't know what happened. Maybe Yes Parade was upset, you know, that Genjabin was taking all the credit for, you know, popping off, not giving any love to the support. Who knows?
I mean, Yes Parade did have that execute. Let's not forget about that one.
That's true. That's true. But everyone gets one. We already talked about
that. That's true.
Big wave shoving in here, as Genjabin should be able to equalize that CS discrepancy for the time being. As that comes through here, Chung doing a little slash and dash going in there, but now we're getting fights back and forth. All around trading, and Yes Parade has finally made their way back into this bottom lane.
Do you think Genjabin is a play on Benjamin?
I mean, certainly, right? Oh my gosh, Rocky into the bottom lane. Chubby Chernobyl has to burn the flash away, dodges out of that dredge line as well, and Downfall and Leopard Koopa
there are a lot of minions.
The top lane, there's a lot of minions coming through, but Downfall is going to find the solo kill, and Chung in the mid lane is going to find the solo kill, and it is a solo lane differential for BDE.
Yeah, Rocky deciding to put the pressure down to the bot lane because he knows his solo lanes do not need it.
Absolutely. I mean, there you go. That's all that needs to be said right there, as both solo laners get solo kills at the same exact time.
Talked about the power of both of these solo laners in the Jax and the Silas, and they're putting it to work.
Absolutely. And with that already, you know, the 1k Big B gold advantage off the back of those 2 kills. Timic making their way, or at least is on the bottom side of the map right now. I don't really expect
much from
Shyvana, yeah. Pre-level 6.
Back, pick up. Actually, builds can vary quite a bit, so yeah, just going for the Bomby Cinder, going for the tank, probably picking up
Snugglebot. Oh, Nerf Snugglebot is on the roam here. Nice dodge out by Genjabin.
Chubby
could be in trouble here, as they have to turn onto the Soraka. No flash.
Oh,
Charm is wide left. For the time being, nothing so far. We are chilling for now. Dragon is spawning in a few seconds, as Timic is on the top side, so you don't have to worry about a insta-dragon rush, you know, yet. Machine completed for Downfall.
Eyeing up a gank mid lane.
Oh, and here we go. Nerf Snugglebot does not have the flash, but a nice charm. Devastating Strike still goes through, but the chains come in. Nerf Snugglebutt is just gonna go down for the second time this game, and Chung is now 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. That Hecarim interaction buffered the auto attack, the empowered auto from the charm. Secures the kill. Still no flash. That play could even be ran back again. Knock Nerf Snugglebutt down to 3 deaths, but for the time being, Chung Myung, another second very good game.
And I do want to just mention here, just looking at the CS numbers in the mid and the bottom lane, Chung is double CS right now. Ooh, Dredgeon lands off the Chubby Chernobyl, but a nice usage of the silence. One hand going in under the tower, trying to find the kills as no Judgment finds the kill first. Dashing to the tower. We'll get the double kill, but we'll trade back to Chubby Chernobyl. And what I was gonna finish my point is that Chung is double CS right now, and Genjabin, despite being abandoned for the first 2 levels of the game, has a CS lead. Timothy gonna catch Yes Parade here, trying to shove the wave in. That's unlucky. But, you know, Nautilus is gonna try and drop his anchor down. 314 is gonna go into the pockets of the dragon, hitting that level 6. And we have to be careful here. Chung has the Spirit Rush and the Ignite.
It just makes me sick seeing that jungler on support violence. Just unwarranted. Support was just trying to do their job.
Unwarranted and unfair and uncool. All of the above.
All of the uns.
Every un you can think of. But yeah, Dragon still available. Rocky is on the other side of the map. So they will not go for that yet. But a gank into this bottom lane as Timic. Gonna go Dragon. Has to burn the flash to get away. And I mean, all things considered here, Chung going in. Not gonna find the chains. But using that Spirit Rush. Doing so much damage. I think one more, right? No?
They should both have one more, but saving it for the Hecarim coming around. Rocky with the gank.
Rocky, huge gank into the mid lane. Chung going in, trying to find the chains.
Oh.
No.
Chubby, oh my god, there's so many people there. Chung needs to be a little careful.
Action that's about to happen here. Yespray does not have ultimate yet, so can't really look for anything. Too hard. Rocky could be in trouble. Has to walk out. Down. Or well, has to walk down, rather. No fighting yet. No action. As you know, something's gonna happen around this bottom lane, or this bot side river. Dragon is up, and I would imagine that BDE could just opt for it at any time.
BDE definitely could opt for this dragon. They have the push in the bot lane. They have this just by far stronger members. Ooh, very close onto one hand.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the mid roam too. Like, you have both lanes prio. This should just be a free early Infernal Dragon going over to BDE.
Going over to BDE is this Infernal Dragon. We can see if we might see the Chemtech back from Extinction this game, though. Odds are slim.
Maybe, dude. Maybe.
I'm keeping out hope.
Yeah, I know you are. In the chat, I hope you guys feeling hope as well. But either way, we already talked about it. The dragon gonna go down just under 9 minutes in. It is the Infernal going on. Next dragon is gonna be Mountain, so we will either be getting Hextech, Ocean, or Cloud Soul. But Downfall might be with the Chemtech Drake here, as the dragon's gonna come through. Will burn the flash to get away, but we'll see if they have the chase down. Both ultimates are used by the GSG members. Going under the tower, looking for it here. When's the counter strike? Nowhere to be found, and Timic is gonna find the kill.
Cooldown's just a bit too long. Used at the beginning of the gank, did not have it for the dive, but Silas is here.
Oh, honey. Gonna steal away the dragon. Wish is gonna be used. Chung cannot find, cannot get onto Timic there. So Timic likely going to be able to walk out there. But the ultimate from Soraka used, and that's a pretty important resource.
Well, Silent ability cooldowns carry over into the forms? Yeah, because, okay, so. Yeah, because Silas E'd forward and did not end up using the Shyvana E in that exchange. But regardless, still wouldn't have ended up in the kill. Timic's a little bit too tanky for that one.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if Yes Parade and Genjamin can look for something here. They are definitely stronger. have that tier 2 boots advantage plus the Vamp Scepter. So definitely would be able to win this 2v2, especially with the Ignite on the Nautilus and the Exhaust as well. So more combat sums. Yes, Parade might look forward right here, though, as One Hand is just so far forward. Going to get hit with the Dredge Line, now going to get knocked up. Featherstorm to buy some time as Depth Charge is going to find the knockups onto 2. One Hand could be in trouble here as the Blade Caller is not enough, and Genjamin's going to find the kill.
Genjamin finds the kill. Do you think they dive this? Because I'm thinking it's so. Chubby Chernobyl does not have the ult, has the flash available, and Timic's right here.
Do not do it. It's too late.
You missed the hook.
Alright, it's going to be interesting here as the Dragon comes through. Timic burning the flash as well, and Nerf Snugglebot is here just to make matters worse for BDE. Going to find the kill in this mid lane, or in the bottom lane rather, but look at the mid lane. Herald being spawned up, and Chung and Rocky are smacking away at this tower. Would have maybe hoped to spawn it a little later, but nonetheless, one play left on that mid lane tower as Timic and Nerf Snugglebot trying to make something happen.
This is looking like a more solid GSG squad. They still are a bit behind. 1.5k Big B gold advantage for BDE. Leper aggressing. Rocky here.
Leper has to burn that ultimate. The Onslaught of Shadows will get rid of that shield passive. As Leper just kind of running away and just, regenning it up.
Yeah, Leper, like I said, they don't have that same lockdown as the Camille offered.
Yeah, and just looking at the scoreboard right now, Timic, the proprietor of 3 out of the 4 GSG kills. So it doesn't really seem like, Timic has made that much of an impact so far. I mean, it is pretty strange when the Shyvana is not getting the early dragons, but I mean, you do have to keep in mind that the wave states of the bot and the mid lane are not favorable at all.
Yeah, it does get a little difficult. But now, both of these teams should just be farming for a while more. Our next objective up in 90 seconds. Though Ari, looking towards this bottom lane, has all sums, has the ultimate. And it looks like BDE is none the wiser.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that Pinkwood should spot her whenever she comes over that wall. Unless she's like flashing or something, doing some craziness to get over the wall.
Ulting.
Timic is also here. That's true. Timic is also here, but watch. Look at Chung on the roam. Slowly coming up, and the bottom lane is
whole gang is here.
Onto Chubby Chernobyl they go here as the Depth Charge is going to go onto one hand to burn out the Featherstorm. Chubby Chernobyl taking really low, 1 HP, and will finally go down. Now Genjamin is going to get locked up. But off the backside, and Genjamin is in the middle of 3 somehow, just a little bit too far forward. Yes, Parade is now under threat here as a double kill comes soon after one hand as Rocky has now made its way into the play. Timic has to run for the hills as the charm goes wide left, but look at the damage from Chung on this Shyvana. Doing so much work.
Doing a lot of work. Downfall. 2 levels below Leper Koopa. Almost 30 CS
Rocky!
down. Whoa!
Over the wall. Onslaught of Shadows going to find the kill on Nerf Snugglebot, and we'll see if you can beat the dragon. Horse versus dragon. Which creature wins?
Here.
It looks like the dragon, unless
the human
Chung
wins.
Comes through. The human is going to take the W there as Leper stunned under the tower will go down to downfall onto Chubby Chernobyl. Good night, Soraka. I think maybe here's the Ignite's going to take in the second burst from the Q is enough. And BDE now with a 2.8k Big B gold advantage, break open this game a little bit.
Yeah, and to touch back on that top lane play, with the Mundo, Downfall is doing a very good job at picking up those passive bounces. So the cooldown just so long, Leper falling victim to 2 E's in the time of that cooldown. Getting stunned up under the turret and falling down, losing a lot of the stabilization that he had managed to claw back.
I mentioned this earlier in the Champion Select. We talked about Chung and what this player could do on the Kassadin. We saw a very strong performance despite, being put on a scaling champion. And when given the Silas, we expected sort of a similar thing, right? A very strong early game performance, and we're seeing it already. 4-0 now. Gonna steal that Spirit Rush away, and Timic might look for a gank, but I don't think there's any way you can,
Yeah,
lock down
this Silas has 4 dashes.
Yeah, Benjamin now aggressing forward. No blade collar here, and now one hand will be in trouble. Has to use the Featherstorm to try and buy some time, but we are spinning and winning. Exhaust going to be onto one hand as the call will come back and find 2 roots as Yes Parade is taking very, very low. But look at the sustain from Soraka. Just so much sustain there, and both of the GSG bot laners are back to full.
I'm back to full. But Silas on the way down has a Spirit Rush. This is not looking good for one hand in Shelby Chernobyl.
Evercross not going to find the mark here, but dashing back in, going to find the chains onto one hand as one hand should go down. Kill credit goes over to Genjamin on that one. Downfall and Leper still scrapping it up in the top lane as obviously Leper is going to be ahead on HP just due to using that ultimate. But this bot lane tower is under siege and the plates have fallen. So this is going to be the first tower of the game going over to the BDE bot lane.
And this is what we like to see if you're a BDE fan. Mira pushing up a bit far on their own. I think they're just going to die to the Shyvana. Again.
Yeah, maybe Timid going in, doing a lot of damage in the dragon form, but
yeah.
Samira is spinning.
Whoa, Nerf Snugglebot is solo.
Yeah, Nerf Snugglebot 1 HP. I don't know how that happened.
I think it was to the Jax. I mean, that's the only one around, so I'm hoping it was to the Jax.
Yeah.
Not
wow,
to
whatever that.
Not
Wow,
like
whatever
the
was.
Grump or a Scuttle Crab.
Wow, whatever was going on over there. Here, Chung was able to pick up that mid lane tier 1 tower, so increasing the tower lead and increasing the Big B gold advantage to 3.6k gold in favor of Big Duck Entourage. I do want to see Genjamin playing with a little more restraint. Obviously, you know, the majority of his team's deaths right now.
It's just the Samir mentality.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but also like, come on.
It is a comp game, so maybe put a little more focus into it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I do respect the drip though, like the aggressive play style, but
just got an audible what from the producer for that comment.
Is there an issue? I don't know what.
Producer can be a little bit of a hater.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Yes, Parade. And
Genjamin
aggressing forward. What is going on?
Genjamin wants revenge.
Just running at Timic. I don't know about that one. Timic gonna use the ultimate over the other side. Oh my gosh, the absolute licky in the backside. Inferno Trigger is gonna be spinning. Will get the Featherstorm out of one hand. Nice usage of the Wind Wall there to block out of the Blade Collar. Leper now.
What?
Caught a little bit too far back as the Onslaught Shadow is going to find the fear onto 2 as Leper is back in. Charm and Root going to be onto Rocky, and this looks like an absolute disaster for GSG. I mean, sorry, for BDE. GSG is running over the team. That's 2 down. Yes, Parade will be the 3rd to fall, and Chung was not here in this fight.
Yeah, you can't be taking those fights without Chung. And you know what? It was the Samira mentality, but Genjamin, come on. What was that?
Yeah, that was the absolute biggest flank of the century from the Samira, you know, and I don't know if you guys are aware, maybe Genjamin is not aware. Samira is not really the flank champion because you just kind of get one-shotted in the middle of the enemy team if they have their cooldowns up, so...
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe they forgot. Maybe they forgot.
Could be forgot.
Everyone gets one, right? Everyone gets one.
Everyone gets one.
Yes, Parade got theirs last game.
But speaking of everyone gets one, Rocky, you had yours last game. You can't be getting a tier at 18 minutes again.
Rocky did it again.
Just buy it earlier. If you're gonna get it, you don't even really... I mean, I think with the base damage reduction, it's probably more needed now than it was, but looking back at this replay, I mean, they're just so beefy at this point. And Genjamin, if you had more health because you didn't go in earlier, then you probably could have popped off. There are low health bars on both of the carries, but wasting the health going in on the flank, not what you like to see. But now BD starting up this 3rd dragon.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's just going to be theirs. I mean,
yeah, no contest. Shyvana's walking away.
Dragon Soul Point here for BDE, despite getting wiped in the last team fight. And they're sitting on a Ocean Soul, Ocean Soul Point, which is very, very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. Leper should be able to pick up this top turret. There you go. That's a little bit of gold influx for GSG.
Timic in this top lane. Maybe gonna look for downfall here. Depends on how good Leper can bait, but look at this. All 5 members of BDE in this topside river. Looking to push Vision forward, looking to try and find picks, and they're going in onto Timic. Do they have what it takes here? Zerafox is going to find the mark. Unstoppable comes through from the Dragon. And the Onslaught of Shadows as well as Chung kind of just waiting on the side, trying to find any sort of CC or pick potential on any of these members. Crucially, though, Timic has already used this Dragon, so that will be timing out soon, and this could be an opportunity for BDE to fight.
Maybe it's not just Samira, but it looks like a lot of BDE is falling a little... They're feeling a little bit too comfortable and just going for it. They're not putting too much thought behind it, but a little bit of a shrink will do them well.
Absolutely, and they were able to pick up that last outer tower off the back of that play, so nonetheless, getting that extra standing gold out is going to feel nice, and none of them died for their overextension, so it could be worse.
Could be worse indeed.
Rocky?
Escapes.
Yeah, Rocky's going to look for something in this bottom side, blue quadrant of Timic. Not going to find anything, though. Just going to be pushing the waves in, and you have to expect that, you know, BDE is completely fine to just wait until this dragon spawns. Oh, Chung going in, gonna find the chains onto Chubby Chernobyl, and this is gonna be a 1v3 situation. Has that wish stolen away? We'll have to flash to buy some time, but we'll see. As the Parade is here, Genjibin is here, Depth Charge is gonna go onto Timic, and now Onslaught of Shadows from the backside. Rocky is in the back line. Gonna get exhausted up though, and Timic is gonna fall already. Featherstorm is not enough, and it is just a disaster now for GSG. Chung is gonna find Soraka on the backside, a double kill for Genjibin, and it is an absolute disaster. 4 for 1, sorry, in favor of Big Duck Entourage.
Yeah, if you're gonna go for the 4-on-4 fight, downfall on the side lane completely fine. At least you have Chung this time. But Leper.
Oh, flashing forward, Leper looks like he's gonna win this 1v1 here. I'm just gonna slap him in the face and find the solo kill.
Finds the solo kill. I mean, you're not to the point yet. You do not have the Bork downfall. You still need to be careful.
Tier 3 tower in the mid lane, falling off the back of that play. Chung trying to find this tier 2 in bot as well. Should be able to get it, I believe. Yeah, should be able to get it.
Might cost their life.
And Chubby Chernobyl are on the way, trying to find this blue buff steal.
Oh.
And they will find it.
Power barely surviving.
Wow,
Just a
that's
sliver
so
of
sad.
HP. Looking at the replay here. Yeah. Chung has no reason to be here, to be going in, to be grabbing the Soraka ult in the first place. But then just Genjibin is here, and so is the Parade, and with the flank from Rocky, nobody is effectively doing damage for the side of GSG.
Yeah, beautiful flank from Rocky there. Able to take the entire backline and just kind of grab their attention and allow for, you know, the 3 members of BDE to take down Timic. And Rocky was able to survive long enough for Timic to die and then the rest of the team to be able to help out. Now, Chung could be... This looks like a little bit of a wild play here by GSG. We'll see if they can find it. As the Charm is not going to find the mark. Yeah, and that's going to be it for that play. If the Charm hit, you have to imagine that they would have full committed there. No Ignite, though. But, Chung went back in. Chains onto their Snugglebutt as the Onslaught of Shadows. Whoa, we are going all over the place here as Rocky is diving into the back. Lions, one hand on the flank this time, and Rocky just kind of gets a little bit too aggressive. And with 40 seconds onto until the Dragon, this is the worst time to die.
Except, it doesn't matter, because 3 members of PDE are committing to the Baron.
What is going on, dude? And no one from GSG knows.
Yeah, Chung doing a good job trying to distract, and they're just too focused on setting up for the soul. They, with the jungler dead, they're like, we're good. They can't do anything. They're just gonna have to give up Dragon. But they also get Baron.
Yeah, and that's gonna feel very nice for a BDE. And I mean, they're even gonna walk down and maybe look to contest this Dragon. Probably not, though. But
no, they probably will try, but
Yeah, you know what? You're right. They probably will try. Let's see if they're able to. Chung and Rocky coming from base. The Dragon's going to go down to Timic. We'll see if they opt to chase forward. I doubt it, though. As,
Thankfully,
you know,
yeah, thankfully they burned it too quick, so we did not see a fight from BDE.
BDE now wearing purple. That's going to make this push very, very easy. And you see 3 members strong pushing into this mid lane. Going to try and break up with this inhib. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to yet, but, you know, just looking at this bottom side of the map, look at all the control wards placed by GSG.
Yeah, lots of vision placed down, lots of darkness for GSG on this top side. As Downfall pushing out, should have the Bort gold, I believe, but has yet to back for it. That would allow them to contest Leper a lot better. But
Yeah,
with the Baron taken, 1 minute 40 seconds left on it, they need to push something. They need to do something with it.
Yeah, if you're BDE, yeah, cool, you got Baron, but you got to do something with it, right? And now we can kind of see they're getting back onto the map. They're pushing in this mid lane. Chung staying on the bottom side. Does need, you know, at least 2 members to try and stop this Silas in the bot lane. So, just going to be slowly pressuring in, making sure the waves are lined up. And they do have to be a little careful in this mid lane. Their Snugglebutt has roamed over. Charm's going to find the mark onto Downfall as they are going in. Teleport coming in as well here. But a 3-man stun in the backside from Downfall. And Charmy Chernobyl is going to go down. Timic taken very low, but the Blade Caller is rooting up everyone. A triple kill comes through, but it does not matter as Gentleman is going crazy in the back lines. And that's a 5 for 2 in favor of BDE. And they're pushing down mid.
And with the full ace and Baron buff still up, this should be the game and the series for BDE, making their claim as the undefeated team, sitting at the top of the IBS division, making a clear cut from them and the 5-1 now 5-2 team of GSG.
BDE takes it in 2-0 fashion, cementing themselves at the top of the leaderboards, 7-0 through week 7 in the IBS division. And, you know, GSG, they wanted to, you know, stay tied for first place, but Big Duck Entourage had other plans.
Exactly, and an impressive showcase from most all of the members of BDE. And it just leaves a lot to be desired from the squad of GSG. Having the nice 5-2 record, still not a bad record, but definitely a lackluster performance today.
Yeah, and I think just moving forward, I know the next matchup between these two teams is going to be very nice, but I would imagine that some sort of draft change has to come through for GSG. I mean, I think their bot lane bled out too hard for a lot of these plays, and even, you know, with whatever happened with the Yes Parade at level 1 in the top lane, you know, either way, it was still all Genjibin and the Yes Parade in the bottom lane. So we'll have to see what happens. You got to shut down Chung as well. But nonetheless, Big Duck Entourage taking it in 2-0 fashion, staying undefeated. GSG will fall to 5-2. Still a very nice record. But that's going to be it for us here for Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. I've been RyChainz, joined by Michael. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast today. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week for some more IBS action. Have a good one.